Welcome back to Global News Morning. Always a pleasure to have you join us, and always a pleasure to catch up with our very dear friend Matt Lee. And this time of week we talk about real estate, but this time of month we're talking about the previous month stats, and we're looking at September stats here.
Yeah.
Good morning, Matt. A very
Good morning.
large area we're talking about here for Kingston and Region real estate.
Yeah, so we're going to do Frontenac, and then we're going to do Leeds and Grenville, and also Lennox and Addington. So we have a very large area, and we're talking about, that's what we see as the Kingston board. So when we're talking about median sale prices, it includes everything.
Okay, number of active listings we're looking at for September, and looking back at the previous 2 years.
Yeah, so
As well.
the numbers are starting to climb. So we're starting to see that there's more supply and that it gives people more variety. Even from last month, we talked about it, and it was just over 1,000. Now we're at 1,145 listings. So we're up, about 100 from last month. And if you look, into the past few years, we were at 883 last year, and we were at 467 the year before. So when we start to see that the numbers are starting to grow, that gives the ability for people to have more variety to look at.
Okay.
There's more out there for them to choose.
Almost a buyer's market.
You're starting
Sort of.
to see that there's more negotiation happen. When we
Okay.
look at percentages and we look at the pricing, then yeah, you're looking at either an equal market or the ability for a buyer to have variety.
Yep.
Which is a big thing.
Okay, number of sales are down.
Yeah, so 2023, we're looking at 183 sales. So we have 1,145 listings and we have 183 sales. So if we look at that, we're looking at about 15%. We've been looking at the numbers as 20%, 25%, as a sale to listing ratio. And if we look back and we say, okay, there was less listings the year before, like 2022 and 2021, the sales were higher. So, we look at this and we say 2022 was 244 sales in comparison to 183, and the year before was 320. So the sales have come down and the listings are going up. So we're starting to get that spread.
Now the number of days to sell, the median number of days, hasn't changed much in a year.
Not in a year. We're looking at this and we say it's 21 days. So there's a couple things that are happening here. We're seeing that a house is staying on the market. Conditions take time. So I'm not saying every house has conditions because every house is different. But what I'm saying is that I am seeing personally that there is a number of houses that are having conditional offers put on them, which if they take a week, if they take 9 days. So when you start to see days on market become longer, if we look at this and we say 21 days this year, 21 days last year, 8 days in 2021, we're seeing that there was a time where it was very short. There was a lot of houses selling, there wasn't a lot on the market, and now we're seeing that there's a bit of a spread. You're seeing that 21 days is healthy. That's not 3 months. We're seeing that is a time where people have the ability to do their due diligence. They have some time to go out and look at them.
Close price to list price ratio hasn't really changed much in a year either.
No, so we're looking at this and 97.8% is pretty good because you're seeing that that's about 2.5%. So we see that there is negotiation happening on some houses. There may be none on certain houses, but that is happening. So if we look at the year before, 97.9%, but then 2021 was 101.7%. So in 2021, the houses were going over like the actual list price on an average. Now they're negotiating. If we look at the percentages, so we're seeing that supply is allowing and less sales is allowing negotiation to happen, and you're looking at that as a normal market.
Well, with a relatively healthy supply of homes, which
Yeah.
means median sale price has dropped a little bit.
So median sale price, this is the lowest number we've seen this year. So when I look at it for September, 530,000. We've been talking about this every month through the whole year, and we've been talking about that number being between 550,000 and 600,000. 2 months ago is almost at 590,000. We're looking at this, and now that number has changed. We've got more supply. We've got a little bit less sales. Interest rates are causing this.
Yeah.
They were driven up for a reason to slow
inflation.
things, calm things down. Last year was 566,500. The year before was 556,550. So we're looking at these numbers that they're not much higher, but they are higher. So we're looking at, last year was 36,500, higher than it is right now as a median price.
Okay.
So we're looking at the 530,000. It might just be a shift for a little bit. Maybe it comes back. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Always interesting.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Matt Lee.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.